It's hot in here. Why does everybody think they got to do a video inside their car? It's 113 degrees in this car. Take a look at this. Look at that. 113 degrees, and I only got 17 miles of gas. Let's go someplace that's a little bit nicer. And when I get there, I'm going to tell you why this is the best time ever in the history of the world to start your own radio show and do a podcast. So come on, let's go. Well, my name is Rusty Humphries. I'm the CEO of Advanced Media and Marketing and the creator of the Podcast Perfection program. I've been in the broadcast community for a long time, since the 1980s, and I've worked in radio stations at the highest levels in cities like New York and Los Angeles and Chicago and Seattle and Atlanta and all over the place. The last 15 years, I have been syndicated nationally and heard on over 300 radio stations across the country. You've probably seen me on Fox News or CNN or MSNBC or ABC or any one of those places. And now, I want to help you have the best podcast possible. Now's the best time to do it. Why? It's a good question. Well, when I first started in broadcasting, you needed to get a very difficult to obtain FCC license. Then you had to get a job at a radio station. Your boss then was either drunk or high. This was in the early 80s. So good luck trying to get some positive feedback from that guy. You were a slave to the music format. And if you did break through, that same boss would probably get mad at you because he should have been the big star. So after taking listeners and advertisers for granted for decades, the ratings and revenue are almost gone. And thanks to a little thing like a smartphone and the internet, their business model is almost destroyed. How bad is it for radio today? The biggest broadcasting company, iHeartRadio, is $22 billion in debt. Cumulus, the other big radio company, is in the midst of a fire sale. The biggest, most important radio stations in the country are being sold for pennies on the dollar. Arguably the most legendary radio station in America, WABC, was sold. Now, the shock wasn't just that it was sold. This radio station was worth over $200 million a few years ago. It sold for $12.5 million. All right, it's way too hot out here. Let's go back to the studio.